think that deserves this.
But didn't his Tesla shares? Didn't they?
They take that rate?
Yeah, they lost like billions of dollars of worth in the stock market.
And Twitter lost a lot of followers.
Yeah, people are signing. Well, because like,
I mean, does anybody trust Elon Musk?
No,
to
not
run
even.
Twitter
Not even a little
responsibly.
no.
The Trump people do, but we don't.
No,
Yeah.
I don't even know if they do.
Oh, they do. Believe me.
I mean,
I saw people, some of my Trump friends championing him.
Oh, really?
On Facebook, yeah.
Because when he was like, I'm going to make it, the free market, it's like, can Twitter get any crazier? Like,
yeah, he just spent $44 billion on an open cesspool. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but
And he's going to make it possibly worse.
yeah, he's going to sussy it up more.
He spent $44 billion on a timeline, an air. Like, there's really nothing he bought. It's just a bunch of people arguing, and it's just disgusting.
Does anybody here have a Twitter?
I do.
Okay.
Sheila does. She never uses it.
I have a Facebook I never use too.
Yeah.
Like,
I have a Twitter, and I use it frequently to
promote the show.
Promote this show, promote Superfuzz Productions, the Toddcast. Pretty much that's all I use it for. I don't tweet out.
You can only pollute your soul so much.
I rarely look at my Twitter timeline because even the people that I follow who's we think the same way, but it's nothing but just sad news and just depressing stuff, and I'm like, I can't. Here, watch this video from Superfuzz, or listen to this segment from Spells Like 90's Rock, and I'm out. I don't care.
if I do tweet, it's at Mayor Onesie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that guy.
Mayor One, because he'll be like libertarian,
guy.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're killing us and starving us all, Mayor Onesie.
My freedom's being, but no,
Yeah.
it's really us.
That's another thing. So the mask mandate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that came off right as you were traveling.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Like, you must have had fun with that. Did you wear a mask?
Yes.
Of course it's
Yes.
We should have put money on that.
Yes. Like, COVID doesn't go away just because some Florida judge, come on, says that it did. But,
But come on, it's Florida.
98% of the people on the planes weren't wearing them. The guy behind me on my way to Vegas kept coughing. And so I literally, I made him get up and, go to the back of the plane because,
Oh, God.
well,
You
he was
made him
coughing.
do that?
Well, I mean, not intentionally, but he was coughing and coughing and coughing. And unintentionally, I said, for F's sake. And I guess he realized, yeah, you should go somewhere. Because, he wasn't wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Put on a mask or something or get out of my face. And
you don't want to end up on TikTok for going nuts on a plane, though. I just want to point that out.
I mean, it was just I could not believe
Did that cross your mind at any point? 'Cause there's been more midair assaults.
There have been
in the
so
last
many
year.
To be fair, a lot of the crazies are anti-mask people. So you're not in that company, but anybody can go nuts on a plane.
I mean, I didn't go nuts. It just was literally my mind. I couldn't help it. Remember, I'd been up over 24 hours at that point.
Well, that's true.
And so, for him to just be hacking behind me without a mask on, my mind literally was for F's sake.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of, it made me mad because I just went through the TSA where I get molested. Every time.
Yeah, you have purple hair, so you might be a threat.
I can.
Without a doubt.
Well, every bra I own has underwire, so they think that I'm constantly smuggling. I don't know, tiny
You're smuggling a
curve
a
shape.
bomb.
Yeah,
bra.
bombs and so I always get felt up and molested, and then now I have to take the liquid medicine that I take for narcolepsy. They have to stop and inspect that. And then they're just
What is it, a bomb?
Yes!
There's a bomb!
No, it's for narcolepsy. Sorry.
And then I had to take off my shoes. It's everybody's doing this. Everybody's letting themselves be molested. I had to stand in the whole pornographic thing. You know what I mean? The one that sees all your bumps and lumps and whatever. And I had to do that, hands up.
Sniffs.
And I had to do that. And then, everybody else is doing this too. But the mask, they couldn't handle the mask. I'm
yeah.
It was over 20 years ago when somebody tried to blow up their shoes, and I still can't bring water on the plane. But you guys are oh, COVID's perfectly fine. We're literally sharing the air in a tube.
Yeah.
And you can't wear a mask. So
Well, that's infringing on rights. Never mind the fact that they're sticking hands in your body.
yeah, and like
Mask is defending rights. Rights, mask rights.
and it's like complete BS because when I was leaving, Vegas was a lot more strict than leaving Knoxville.
No, I can imagine.
Vegas, like, they had to test my narcolepsy drug. And, like, they're like, we had to make sure.
How do they test? Does somebody take it?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, I don't
Well,
feel
I
like...
didn't die.
No,
Yeah.
they put it in, like, a machine.
Okay.
Which is how I know that the machine is BS and it was just a way of, like, stalling me or something. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's no way they could tell things were illegal or
Yeah.
legal based on, like, the composite of it.
No.
So that was pretty messed up. So yeah, I was getting like molested and stuff and all that, but can't wear a mask. Just drove me insane.
I love it. Your pain doesn't bring me pleasure, but just knowing that this just solidifies that I don't want to go to Vegas. People think I'm crazy. Why don't you want to go to Vegas?
It doesn't really look that great.
It doesn't look like
if
fun.
I'm going to somewhere on the West Coast, it's not Las Vegas.
It doesn't sound like fun. It sounds like horrible trash. And it sounds like that's what you went through. It was horrible trash.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. Like, it wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst place I've ever been either. So I would rate it in a medium.
Las Vegas sponsor us. It's not
Yeah.
the worst place I've been to, but it's not the greatest.
Yeah, I'd rate it a medium kind of place. And if they could get their actual roads to make
So
sense.
it's no Florida.
What is, though, Pork?
Yeah.
What is Florida? If Florida was a person, it would be the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, thank you, Florida, and your masklessness.
We love you.
And then, so when I was flying out of Vegas, like our little stewardess lady got on the thing and was like, we just want to remind everyone to respect each other's choices. And that really made me mad. Because, again, I had been up over 24 hours by the time I got on the Vegas plane because layover or...
You're going to be on a no-fly list if you're not
I
careful.
didn't say anything, but it's like choices. Whose choice is it to kill me? With like
you'd be
this,
surprised.
that man who smelled like a bar trash can that sat next to me.
I
like,
respect his choices, but that's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even sleep. I was literally nauseous. Like I was about to vomit in my own mask.
That would have been great to see.
That's how stinky he was. Like it got through my mask, and then he snored. He
Man.
was like a snoring, stinky bar trash can next to me on the flight, and it was so unfair. And he wasn't wearing a mask either. I was like, "Oh, you're disgusting." It's like, cause like when he would snore out,
Yeah.
like the bar trash can smell would be stronger, but it was always leaking through his pores. And I was like,
Vegas, baby!
"Yeah, it was
Vegas!
so unfair,
Vegas!
so unfair."
Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. Story of the year right there. And that's a perfect time to go to this. It's the power of suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Does that relate to anything of what you were talking about?
I mean, I suggest everyone, wear masks.
Wear a mask on an airplane.
Hey,
an airplane.
There's a good
Like, if
suggestion.
you're gonna let them feel your penis, you can wear a mask. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, what?